Alright, so I haven't made any videos in a while. I've been having issues with my phone I usually used to make videos. It don't really work anymore. I don't understand why. So I'm trying to use my tablet to make a better update for my solar, because every time I try to, it doesn't work out. So I've made some changes to my solar, and hopefully I'll be able to give you a clear idea of what I've done. So I initially started with a cheap power inverter, cheap charge controller. I stepped up to a much larger 6,000 watt power inverter, and that was the original charge controller that I had, and I've left it because I've maxed the amount of amps, total amps, that can go into that rover there. That's a 40 amp charge controller, so I left that so I can add some more panels, and hopefully I'll be doing that soon. I upgraded my wiring. The old wiring was getting hot, or not hot, but warm, so I upgraded wiring, and you know, that's pretty much it. Simple inside. So I got two charge controllers. This one right now, there's no panels going to it. I haven't bought them yet, but hopefully I'll be doing that soon. But and it's wired, you know, simply, you know, from my panels are going into the charge controllers, which are going into the battery bank, obviously, and it goes into my power inverter, and it's giving me, you know, it goes through. Outside I got a disconnect, and it goes through my panel box. I got 4 breakers, and you know, I got my coffee maker going, and my refrigerator's going, and obviously my TV's on. I can pretty much run everything I want to run off the setup I got. I do shut everything off when I leave the house. I don't leave stuff running when I'm not home. It's kind of pointless, just waste electricity. But I've added my panels. Got my fence all up for my animals. Although some chickens like to escape. They go back in there every day. So I made up that. That's 2 100 watt panels. Comes down, goes into a disconnect. I like the disconnects, like I said before in previous videos. They work perfect for like combiner boxes. So got the outside wire. I made up that rig there to mount them on. Comes down, goes into the disconnect. So if I want to add more panels, I can always, you know, wire to there. And then I come across here. Those go into that disconnect, tie into all these panels. These are 4 100 watt panels. And these are also, they're all 12 volt, but I ran them in a series to jump them up to 24 volt. And then once they, you know, that combined series, there's 2 combined series here. I run them up in parallel to these panels, which I think I'm going to end up moving, because they don't get, well, they get plenty of sun in the summer, but now it's winter, they're not getting really anything. But there's another disconnect, and the wires come up. Eventually I'm going to skirt the bottom of my house here, put a foundation or something underneath, but the wire comes up there and then comes up and connects. So these are 230 watt panels. These are 24 volt panels. So they go in, the wires run around. So far it's all doing pretty good. Really happy with how my solar runs. I can make my coffee and, you know, watch TV. Air conditioning in the summertime was working. So been working over here. Hey, get in there. I built that little mini barn over there for Loretta. she's getting ready to get some friends, so they needed a place. So I'm real pleased with that little mini barn. It's got storage, and I built the area for them. So I got the tin to put on the roof yet, which I have sitting over there on my picnic table. And I got some semi-transparent stain to put on the outside of it, so it'll protect it from the weather. But I put a door on the side. And then I put a door up here, and I got a lofted area where I can put, my power tools and stuff, keep it all out of the weather, and a little extra storage. This area I did for the animals is 50 by 60 foot. Get out of there. Come on, get out of there. So, I'm pretty happy with that. That was a lot of work. I dug every single one of these posts. I dug them down, concreted them, coated them with oil on the bottom so they wouldn't rot. Then I stained them with water seal so they would look a little better, and stretched out all the wire. This is the path I cut to the creek. Right here. It goes down to the creek. See, dummies, you're out there. You don't belong out there. Coyote's gonna get you, dum-dums. Then I got the little mini coop. All my babies. And dinner at the same time. So, that's the chicken coop that I had built. And they use that and they're happy with that. So, all this going well. There's a lot of stuff I want to update. There's some stuff I'm working on now that I haven't been able to get to because of my job and time and money. But I'm getting ready to start a lot of other projects. See, I got my tin there. I got a lot going on. Yeah, I got a pump I'm putting in. I'm going to take this pump. It's an old well pump. I'm going to take and dig a nice hole down at the creek and install that at the creek. I got all this stuff to do it. I already ran 300 feet of pipe. I got another 100 foot of pipe to go. And I'll have creek water pumped up here finally. So I won't be so reliant on the rainwater. I mean, the rainwater collection's been working great for me. But I don't like being conservative with that. It's always watching how much I'm using when I take a shower, shutting water off, So, I'm excited about that. I cleared more land out here in the front. I finished my deck out. I don't know what I've updated, like my videos. They've been poor, very poor quality lately, so I don't know what updates I got or what I haven't gotten. Put in a little rose bush my aunt gave me the other day. I had to dig it up at her house. She didn't want it anymore. And it grows huge, so I'm hoping it'll fill in here behind my sign and look pretty. I want to get some grass seed down, get all this seeded in. Biggie, leave them birdies alone. So, that rack right there, that's for solar panels. I'm actually going to put that rack up here in the front to catch the morning sun from over the field. Probably put 4 panels on that and run that to that secondary charge controller. So anyway, little update, little video. Once I start doing some more stuff, I'm gonna hopefully get, like I said, get that pump in at the creek. Maybe make an update with that. Build a laundry room. Maybe do some updates with that. But this off-grid living it's really nice. I really like it. I'm very happy with my life and living this way. You know, a lot of people, especially my family, they were, you know, not 100% excited about the fact, you know, they're like, oh, how are you going to have power? Is that solar going to work? Is, you know, how are you going to get water out there? You don't have a well, and, you know, you just make things work for you. And so far, everything I've been doing is working out fairly well. An old dangerous tree stand that has to come down before my kid thinks it's something that he can play and want to get hurt. Yeah, so I cut a path in here, and my creek is about, from where we're standing, or not we, me, where I am standing, it's about 400 feet to that creek, and it's very steep. So you know, I cut the other access on the other side of the property. That access is an easy access, and it's not too steep. You can enjoy the creek, you know, get down there and enjoy it. If you try to go down here, you're probably going to fall. I know I have several times. So this is basically just going to be the access for the pipes and the wiring and everything come up, so I can put my my pump up to here so I can tie into the water. I actually put a little solar pump down there, and I just hooked it up to hoses. I had 400 feet of garden hose with a little solar pump that I made, and it would come up 300, it'd come up about 250 to 300 feet. I could get it to pump up that high with just a little solar pump, but I needed it to be consistent. I didn't want to have to go down the hill and mess around with pumps. And come here, Biggs, come on. Anyway, like I said, just an update. Hopefully I'll have some more for people. I appreciate all the people that view all my videos and people that make positive comments and whatnot. If you have any feedback or advice as to anything I could do or do better, I always like positive thought, even positive criticism, as long as it's positive. Some people ain't positive. Anyway, peace out.